Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zaki by LUTFI and I'm from class DBF4B. Today, I want to present about comparison between RHB conventional bank and also RHB Islamic bank. Okay, first thing first, I will tell you guys about the assignment. Okay, banks can categorize into Islamic banks and conventional banks. Islamic banking follows Sharia law emphasizing fairness, mutual risk and profit sharing. Transaction based on core firm activity or asset while forbidding interest, gambling and speculative trade. Malaysia is a country that implements Islamic banking within its banking system. Conventional banks offer financial choice to client through loan contract, with the bank and the consumer playing the roles as of lender and borrowers respectively. Depositors receive a set rate of interest. This assignment involves comparing the banking operation of an Islamic bank and conventional bank, specifically RHB Islamic Bank Berhad and RHB Conventional Bank. The comparison will be based on sources and users of funds in this bank. The goal of project is to gain a true understanding of the difference in sources and users of fund between Islamic and conventional bank through this comparison. First, I will tell you guys about RHB Islamic Bank. RHB Islamic Bank Berhad is a subsidiary of RHB Bank Berhad, one of the largest financial service groups in Malaysia. The bank was established in 2005 as part of RHB Bank's Islamic Banking Division and has grown to become one of Malaysia's leading Islamic banks. RHB Islamic Bank offers Sharia-compliant financial products and services including retail banking, commercial banking, investment banking and wealth management for individuals, SME and corporate clients. The bank's products and services aim to provide innovative and customer-centric solutions that meet evolving needs of each customer. RHB Now is digital banking platform offer customer 24/7 access to a range of banking services including account management, fund transfer and bill payments. Besides Malaysia, RHB Islamic Bank also operate in Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Brunei, with strategic partnership with other financial institutions to expand its reach and capabilities. The bank is committed to upholding Sharia principle and has dedicated Sharia committee that oversees all aspects of its operation and work closely with Islamic scholars to ensure compliance. This is product offered by RHB Islamic Bank. First is Islamic Savings Account, Islamic Current Account, Islamic Personal Financing and also Islamic Home Financing. Next, I will tell you guys about RHB Conventional Banks. RHB Bank Berhad is a leading financial institution in Malaysia that offers a range of financial products and services. The bank was established in 1997 as a result of a merger between DCB Bank and Kuang Yi Bank. RHB Bank provides conventional banking services such as personal and business banking, wealth management, investment banking, Islamic banking and insurance. The bank has a network of over 260 branches and more than 1,200 ATMs across Malaysia and represent in other countries. Financial solution to its customer while upholding professionalism, integrity and service excellence. Next is product offered by RHB Conventional Bank. RHB Conventional Bank has savings account, current account, fixed deposit, home loans, personal loans, credit cards, investment products such as unit trust and structured investment, and the last is insurance products such as life insurance and general insurance.
Organizational structure for RHB Islamic Bank. Board of Directors. The Board of Directors is responsible for setting the overall strategic direction and policies of the bank. For Sharia Supervisory Board, the Sharia Supervisory Board provide guidance on Islamic finance principle and ensures that the bank's product and services are compliant with Sharia law. For CEO, the CEO is responsible for the day-to-day management of the bank and implementing the strategic direction set by the Board of Directors. Business Division. RHB Islamic Bank has several business divisions including retail banking, corporate banking, treasury and investment banking. Support function. The bank also has various support functions such as risk management, compliance, finance, human resources and information technology. For RHB Islamic Bank, Datuk Muhammad Nasir Abdul Latif as non-independent non-executive chairman, Datuk Abdul Rahman bin Datuk Mat Khalid, senior independent non-executive director, Datuk Fung Chi Meng, Independent Non-Executive Director, Ong Ailin, Non-Independent Non-Executive Director, Encik Hizamuddin bin Jamaluddin, Independent Non-Executive Director, Datuk Adi Sadikin Ali, Managing Director of Chief Executive Officer. Organizational structure for RHB Conventional Bank. Board of Director. The Board of Director is responsible for setting the overall strategic direction and policies of the bank. CEO. The CEO is responsible for the day-to-day management of the bank and implementing the strategic direction set by the Board of Directors. Business divisions. RHB Conventional Bank has several business divisions, including retail banking, corporate banking, treasury and investment banking. Support function. The bank also have various support functions such as risk management compliance, finance, Human Resources and Information Technology, RHB Conventional Bank, Tan Sri Ahmad Badri Muhammad Zahir as Non-Independent Non-Executive Chairman, Tan Sri Ong Leong Huat as Non-Independent Non-Executive Director, Tan Sri Dr. Rebecca Fatimah STA Maria as Senior Independent Non-Executive Director, Ong Ailin as Independent Non-Executive Director, Lim Cheng Tek as Independent Non-Executive Director, Datuk Muhammad Nasir Abdul Latif as Non-Independent Non-Executive Director, Donald Joshua Jaganathan as Independent Non-Executive Director, Sharifatul Laila Syed Ali as Independent Non-Executive Director, Datuk Lain John Low as Independent Non-Executive Director, Muhammad Rashid Muhammad as Group Managing Director or Group Chief Executive Officer. Introduction of source of fund and uses of fund. Source of fund refers to the origin of the money that is being deposited in an account or used to fund a transaction. Banks collect information about the sources of fund to comply with anti-money laundering (AML) regulation and identify suspicious activity. Example of sources of fund including salary, investment income, inheritance, loans, gift and sale of asset. Bank may ask for information about the sources of fund when a customer open a new account, make a large deposit or withdrawal, or conduct a high value transaction. Uses of fund in banking refers to how banks allocate the money they receive from various sources to different activities or purpose. Next, uses of fund can include loans and investment, covering operating expenses, holding reserves, making capital expenditures, and acquiring or merging with other financial institutions. Financial authorities monitor and control the use of money in banking to ensure that banks operate safely and satisfy their duties to client and the stakeholder. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is HAQIMI and I will explain about sources of fund saving deposit. Saving deposits are bank accounts that people open to save a portion of their earnings and earn an nominal interest rate on their savings, which is quite low. Salaried individuals can benefit from a saving deposit account as they can save a portion of their monthly income. Saving deposits are available at all Islamic banks and are structured in the form of card, wadi'ah, yadamana, or mudarabah savings deposit based on Sharia principles. Customers can deposit and withdraw money at any time and no minimum balance is required for saving deposit. They do not have a maturity date, so cash can be withdrawn as per the customer demand. Islamic savings accounts are based on profit sharing rather than interest, as Sharia law prohibits usury in the form of interest rates. Therefore, profit rates are used instead of interest rate. The next one is card deposit. RHB Islamic Bank offers the card savings account, a Sharia compliant savings account. The account operates on the concept of card, where depositors lend their money to the bank without interest or profit. Instead of interest, the bank offers a hibah or gift to depositors. The account offers competitive profit rate and allow for unlimited withdrawals. The next one is it is guaranteed by the Malaysian government and is open to both Malaysian and non-Malaysian residents. The account is suitable for individuals, joint account holders, and even children aged 12 or younger. The next one is the illustration for card deposits. Step 1. The money deposit based on a card Hasan, and the deposit is treated as a benevolent loan to the bank. The deposit money is channeled to the customer who seek borrowing from the bank. The depositor may withdraw the money at any time upon the demand. Comparison between Islamic and conventional saving deposit. Islamic saving deposit is based on the principles of Islamic finance, which prohibits interest or riba and promotes profit and loss sharing (PLS). Meanwhile, conventional saving deposit is based on interest-based banking principle. In Islamic saving deposit, depositors share in the profits and losses of the bank investment. Meanwhile, the conventional saving deposit, depositor earn a fixed or variable interest rate on the deposit. Islamic saving deposit, the bank invests in Sharia compliant assets such as real estate, commodity, and Islamic bond or sukuk. On conventional saving deposit, the bank invests in a variety of assets including stocks, bonds, and real estate. In Islamic saving deposit, No penalty for early withdrawal, but the depositor may receive a reduced profit share if they withdraw before a certain period. On conventional saving deposit, penalty for early withdrawal, which could result in the loss of interest earned or a reduction in interest rate of product offered between RHB Bank and RHB Islamic Bank. The first one is the account types. RHB Bank is basic saving accounts is conventional. Meanwhile, for RHB Islamic Bank is Islamic. The second is Sharia compliance. For RHB Bank, there is no Sharia compliance. Meanwhile, on RHB Islamic Bank, there is Sharia compliance. So the profit rate for RHB Bank offers a fixed interest rate. On the RHB Islamic Bank is based on the concept of card, which is loan without interest. The minimum initial deposit for RHB Bank is RM20 ringgit. Meanwhile, on RHB Islamic Bank is RM100. For the fee, RHB Bank is fall below fee. Meanwhile, for RHB Islamic Bank is wakalah fee, which is service fee. For the withdrawals, RHB Bank limit on the number of withdrawals per month. Meanwhile, for RHB Islamic Bank is unlimited withdrawals. Comparison of product offered between the RHB Bank and RHB Islamic Bank. RHB Bank offers two different types of saving account: the RHB card savings account and the RHB basic saving account, catering to distinct financial needs. The RHB card saving account is a Sharia compliant saving account that adheres to the principle of Islamic finance, while the RHB basic saving account is not. The profit rate of RHB card saving account is based on concept of card, whereas the RHB basic saving account offers a fixed interest rate. The minimum balance requirement for the RHB card saving account is higher than the RHB basic saving accounts, and both of accounts have different fee and charges. The RHB card saving account allow for unlimited withdrawals, while the RHB basic account has a limit on the number of withdrawals per month. The choice of account depends on factors such as Sharia compliance, profit rate, minimum balance requirement, and fee and withdrawal limits. And for the last one, individuals should weigh the pros and cons of both accounts and choose the one that best suits their financial goals and circumstances. Conclusion for saving deposit. In conclusion, the decision between an Islamic and conventional saving deposit is influenced by an individual particular belief, value, and financial aspiration. Islamic saving deposit are intended to encourage ethical and socially responsible investing while adhering to Islamic standards. The traditional saving deposit, on the other hand, are based on interest-based banking principle and give a fixed or available interest rate. It is critical to carefully analyze the terms and circumstances of each form of saving deposit, including the predicted profit rate, fees, early withdrawal penalty, and the bank investment portfolio. Individuals should ultimately select the form of saving deposit that best meets their financial requirement and match with their own belief.
My name is SISWAIRI, and I am from DBF4B. I would like to explain use of fund of working capital financing. Islamic financing offered by IFIs focus on meeting short-term business needs that are reflected in the balance sheets as current assets and current liabilities. This financing is essential for paying short-term debts and operational expenses to ensure the company's competitiveness, viability, and sustainability in the market. IFIs offer two primary products, Islamic overdraft and revolving credit. Most Islamic overdraft facilities are organized around INAH or Tabarruk with a financing term of up to 5 years. The financial institution sells and identifies assets to the customer at a delayed price with a profit margin higher than financing value demanded by the customer under the buy INAH principle. The customer then sells the asset to the bank for the financing amount, and the sum due to the customer is put into a suspend account, which allows the customer to overdraw their current account. The Islamic form of revolving credit is structured using the same by an INAH basis with principal payments often beginning at maturity by a monthly partial installment or principal payment might be requested. Profit is generated by a predetermined markup on the principal amount. Next is Murabaha. RHB Islamic banks offer Sharia compliant financing products to support businesses' working capital needs, including Murabaha. Murabaha is a cost plus financing structure where the bank purchases goods or assets on behalf of the customer and sells them to the customer at a markup, with the customer agreeing to repay the cost plus the markup over an agreed upon period. RHB Business Easy Eye is a Murabaha-based financing product offered by RHB Bank to businesses in Malaysia, with financing amounts ranging from 5k up to 1,500k and a repayment period of up to 7 years. Key features of RHB Business EZI include Sharia compliance, fixed profit rate, minimal collateral, flexible repayment, and fast approval time. Businesses must be Sharia compliant to qualify for murabaha financing and should consult with RHB Bank to determine the best financing solution for their specific needs. Next is illustration of a murabaha. The first one is Ali identifies the motorcycle that he wants to purchase. Second one is the purchase price is around 10k. Company pays a booking fees RM 1k to the motorcycle vendor. 3. Ali approaches IFI request for financing with the booking receipt under murabaha facility. Once it has been approved, Ali provides undertaking to purchase the motorcycle from IFI. 4. IFI purchase the machine by paying the sale price deduct the booking fee, which is RM9k, to the motorcycle vendor. IFI will execute as asset purchase agreement with motorcycle company for the amount RM9k. 5. IFI sells the motorcycle at agreed sale price. Markup, they assign asset sale agreement. 6. Last one is if the time due for company to pay it within a year, so company can either choose to make payment by installment or on the spot basis. Next is flexibility. In Islamic, provides greater flexibility in contract terms and conditions, as contracts can be structured in a variety of ways to suit the needs of both parties. In conventional, tends to be more rigid in its approach to contract terms and conditions. Next is comparison between Islamic and conventional for working capital financing. For interest and profit sharing, in Islamic financing is Islamic working capital financing involves profit sharing. Islamic finance prohibit the payments of receipt of interest, which is riba, and instead encourage risk sharing and the sharing of profit and losses. For conventional working capital financing involve the payment of interest on loans. Next is collateral. For Islamic, emphasize the use of assets and resources in productive activities that generate income. For conventional, collateral is often required to secure a loan. Next is risk management. For the Islamic, risk management is a shared responsibility between the financier and the entrepreneur. For conventional, the burden of risk management is largely on the entrepreneur. Next is ethical consideration. In Islamic finance take ethical consideration into account, such as avoiding investment in industry that are deemed harmful to society, such as gambling or alcohol. For conventional, typically focus on maximize profits without considering ethical consideration. Next is time horizon. In Islamic, long-term financing is preferred over short-term financing, as a short-term financing often involves the payment of interest. For the conventional, short-term financing is often preferred for working capital needs. Next is flexibility. Next is comparison of product offered between RHB Bank and RHB Islamic Bank. For the first one is product about. In RHB Bank, financing for working capital purpose. In RHB Islamic Bank, short-term working capital financing facility. Next is financing product. RHB Bank is conventional, while RHB Islamic Bank is Sharia compliant. Next is maximum financing. For RHB Bank is 500,000. For RHB Islamic Bank is 1 million. Next is financing tenure. For RHB Bank is up to 5 years, while RHB Islamic Bank is up to 5 years. Last one is interest or profit rate. For RHB Bank is 3.5% per annum, and while RHB Islamic Bank is charged is based on the cost of funds plus a fixed profit margins. Next is comparison of product offered between RHB Bank and RHB Islamic Bank. For the first one is Biz Power Relief Financing, which is Prihatin RHB Bank, and Murabaha Revolving Credit Facility RHB Islamic Bank are financing products offered by RHB Group in Malaysia to provide financial assistance to SMEs, by they differ in several key aspects. Next is Biz Power Relief Financing, which is Prihatin. RHB Bank is a conventional financing product introduced by the Malaysian government to provide relief to a wider range of SMEs affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, while Murabaha Revolving Credit Facility RHB Islamic Bank is a Sharia compliant financing product available only the eligible SME with a valid Sharia compliant business license. Next is the eligibility criteria for both products differ with Bispower Relief Financing, which is prihatin, RHB Bank being more widely available than Murabaha Revolving Credit Facility I, RHB Islamic Bank. The maximum next is the maximum financing amount. Financing tenure, interest profit rates, and type of financing product also differ between the two products. Lastly, SMEs must assess their financial needs and compare the features and requirement of both products before choosing the one that best suits their needs based on their preference for a fixed interest rate or a fixed profit rate, and whether they meet the eligibility criteria for Murabaha Revolving Credit Facility RHB Islamic Bank. Next is conclusion for working capital financing. Working capital finance is crucial for a company's operation and growth. Short-term and long-term financing solution can help manage cash flow and meet obligation. Next, trade credit, bank overdraft, and factoring are good solutions for managing day-to-day costs and short-term responsibilities. Next is long-term financing. Solutions like term loans, credit lines, and equity finance are suitable for funding capital projects, growing businesses, and purchasing new assets. Short-term solutions are quicker to obtain and do not require collateral or lengthy approval procedures, whereas long-term solutions require more approval and collateral but can provide larger sums of financing and greater repayment flexibility. Next is firms should carefully assess their financial needs and goals when deciding between short-term and long-term funding options. Lastly, it is important to work with reputable lenders or financial institutions and review the terms and conditions of any financing agreement to ensure it aligns with the financial goals and long-term viability of the company. Alright, for the conclusion, the source of fund in banking refers to the origin of the money deposit into an account or used to fund a transaction, while uses of funds refer to the ways in which banks allocate the money they receive from various sources to different activities or purposes. Banks are required to comply with anti-money laundering regulation and identify any suspicious activity by collecting information about the source of fund. Saving deposits are type of bank accounts that people open in order to save a portion of their earnings. Islamic financial institutions structure their saving deposits account based on Sharia principles, such as Qard, Wadi'ah, Yadamanah, or Mudarabah saving deposit. Next, Islamic savings account are based on profit sharing rather than interest rate, which is riba. Next is the terms and conditions of saving deposits may vary depending on the specific bank and country where they are offered. Lastly, it is important to compare and choose the most suitable saving account based on one's financial needs and goals.